Hi everyone, it's Cindy and I have a project share. I literally just, about 10 minutes ago, long enough for me to clear my table off, finished my latest book, which is a sewing book. And I used a lot of different things to make it. So I hope I remember everything, and if I don't, I'll hopefully get it in the description box. So first off, this is Tim Holtz fabric that I used for the cover, and then I put muslin on the spine and wrapped around, and then there's a lace here to cover the fuzzy edge, and then I covered the stitching with this lace and another little lace over on the back side, and I'm quite pleased with how the book itself turned out. It's a chunky monkey, mostly because I'm a tag freak, I guess. This is an architecture sticker from Seven Gypsies. I've had it for quite a while. Don't know if you can still get them, but they're pretty cool. I love these things. And whenever I find a good price on them, I buy as many as I can. So that's what's going on the cover. I really wanted to be low-key on the cover. I don't like a fussy cover. And I think there's enough going on with the fabric and now with the lace and I think I've thought about putting the letters SEW, just to say so, across there with chipboard. I don't know. If you think that's a good idea. I mean, I would put one of the pattern papers from the collection on the chipboard, but I think I like it just the way it is. But let me know what you think. On the inside cover, I have one of the papers. I used the Stitches paper from Authentique, like I did with my first sewing book. And so yeah, that's the inside cover. And then there's 3 signatures with 16 pages in each, I think. And I used ephemera pieces from the Old Design Shoppe, from KristyArt Designs, Vectoria Designs, and obviously from the collection itself. I made a lot of ephemera myself with odds and ends I had lying around. So yeah, I just kept thinking I needed more tags. I made tags. I thought I had plenty, and then I put the book together and thought I needed more, so I made 2 dozen more. And then I put all those in, and I just didn't have enough, so I just made a dozen more. Just all I did was make tags. So here's this first tag. A couple of years ago, we did an exchange with die cuts, and I think Sabrina sent me those. And so that goes in there. Paper from Authentique. And these outside of the signatures, I fold the paper up to make a little pocket. So this is a little sticker. I'm not sure where it came from. I had it in some Happy Mail. One of the tags I made, this is just cream-colored cardstock with pattern paper on it. And then I stamped on it and stitched around the outside. And this is a tag I made, just collaging bits and pieces of paper that were left from the first time I used this material. Here's some tea-dyed cheesecloth and one of the cut-aparts from the collection. This is just a little flip. It's actually made from wallpaper. It just looks like that. And then I cut out one of the little button or thread spools from the collection. One of the pages in the collection had those thread spools on a page. This paper here is from a sewing book I got from, and the pages I got from Diana at Pretty Pink Cottage. I think they were, I don't remember if I purchased them or she sent them to me. I'm not sure. Just some lace I gathered and put some ribbon across it and stitched it together just to demonstrate some real sewing. This is it's actually an envelope to request information about an old sewing book. And this is one of the pieces from the collection. I just stuck it in there for something to look at in a nice little hole. These pages are from Vectoria Designs, and my son printed them for me, and they printed with this beautiful coffee dye effect, but that left the backside white, so I just stitched tea-dyed paper to the back. This one has a little tab. This is from an old composition book, paper sack, and I stamped this on tea-dyed muslin and stitched around it and then glued it on there so it still works as a little pocket. This is from the Good Old Days magazine. I just like the little fashion thing. This is tea-dyed ledger paper. No, graph paper, but the tea dyeing really did a number on the graph. More from Vectoria Designs. Another piece that I stamped on muslin and just stitched around it and then glued it in on top of that music page. Vintage music page. This is one of those double pockets. It's actually glued on this piece of wallpaper. Or not glued, excuse me. It's paper clipped over it. You know, it's back and forth. So there's that one. This is vellum, to which I've glued pattern paper. So you could write on either side. I don't think you'd want to write on both sides. So, and then this also came from Authentique. And it's the center of this signature. This pocket is, again, a hodgepodge of pieces that I mixed together and made a little pocket and stitched around it, glued it in there. And then a couple of tags that I made in various incarnations. And this string is from the book. And there's the other side of that wonderfully crunchy vellum and pattern tissue. Fabric flip, and just a variety of fabrics that I had that were sewing-ish. So there's that, and that one's on a piece of wallpaper. And so let's see, let's keep on going. Made these little tabs, and I've never put tabs on a book before, just felt like doing something different. Button cards. I have one in each signature, and they each have a different color button. And another little tag that I made today, actually, in one of my frenzies. And another collage pocket. And the other side of that bag. And this actually is going to get a piece of coffee dye or tea dye paper. I just haven't dug that out yet. Another tag I made. This pocket is actually part of the a pattern instruction sheet, and I just folded it and made a pocket with some ribbon along the side and zigzagged that on, and it has a pocket there in the front, and then I glued it on as a pocket, so there's another tag in the back. And the last page in the signature with a couple of tags. There's this one, and that's this wallpaper with various bits glued onto it. And there's another decoupage, or not decoupage, but collage. And this piece, there's one on the back of each signature. I did it from memory after I watched, a couple of months after I watched a tutorial that Gail Augustinelli did. And I totally messed it up. This is not at all what she did. She just did a trifold and had journaling space on the inside, and she put decorative pieces on the front. That was it. No, I had to take it further. I made a trifold, but it's got pockets on each section. And so I have journaling tags inside, and I decorated each piece. And then to keep it together, I needed a big paper clip. And I glued it on to make a pocket at the back. Some more, there's a pocket on the front of that signature. And a pocket here with some tags that I made. And this little bunch of tags is kind of fun. I just pulled out a couple of stamps that I had from Deep Red, and one of them is a crackle, and so I actually used the crackle on all the tags I made that in that session. And then this was one of the stamps in my little bunch of stamps that I got last year from, I think it was from China. Here's another one of those fold-out thingies. Only this one I glued so that it's a pocket, and so there's a little tag in there. And this one I only had 2 of those sewing book offers, so I used an envelope from Pattern and just sewed that into the signature, and I actually had to patch it up. I put reinforcements all around it because it's very vintage, and it was falling apart, so I put that back together. And so here is just a little pleated piece of fabric that I put in here to demonstrate a sewing technique, and there's a little tag there, and some more fashion from the good old days. And on the back is this signatures pocket that I made from a pattern instruction, and it has one pocket, and then the back has also a pocket. There's a couple of tags in here, and so yeah, this is that graph paper again. Put a tab on there. Some of my paper I actually used stencils when I did the tea dyeing, so we got some neat patterns. Again, a piece I stamped and then stitched and glued onto the music paper. Here's the wallpaper with another collage pocket and one of those crinkle tags again. I love them. And that vellum. And I just sewed around some of these tags and glued them at random. Here's that double tag again. And there's another tab. Fabric flip, same pieces, just rearranged. And again, it's on the wallpaper. And let's see, a piece of fabric that I stamped and glued onto this side of the graph paper. There's that pocket. I didn't decorate that one at all. Well, I might have to do that. Let's see. Here's the other side of that pattern piece, and there's a couple of tags in there, including a button card. Pull that out so you can see that. Yep. Okay. And then we have a pocket, and I guess there's only one tag in there. Now I'm going to feel like I have to make more. I'm crazy. There's the fold out for this one, and little of those crackle tags. And the next signature, final one. So there we got those, and have another tag I made just today in my panic. And so yeah, there's that one. Here's this fold over. This one's glued down solid. There's no little pocket. And over here is the this part of the, and I cut the flap so that it would open on each side. I need to put tea-dye paper in there as well. And that pocket. There's that fabric flip. Another collage type tag or pocket, and a button card there, and another tag. And that was the wallpaper on this one. And a tab on this page. And yeah, another collage type pocket. This was some white pattern paper. And so there's that. And this was a wrapper from some seam binding that I used, and little odds and ends and bits and pieces for the rest of that collage. Center this signature, and I just love this. Is one of my favorite pages in the collection. I love this. I just think it's so pretty and sort of subtle. And there's that double tag. Put the same laces on the spine down there. And so just moving along. Here I've made some box pleats on this one and put it onto the wallpaper back there. This pocket is another one made from instruction paper from a pattern, and I just made this one a double diagonal, and it also is glued on Uh-oh, don't tell me you're going to stick. There you go. And there's one of those crackle pattern tags. And a little tag there. A little piece of scrap there. Another tag there. This is actually, I don't even know what it's supposed to be. It's a gathered, you know, almost, it's a box pleated piece as well. Had it for a long time. I have some in yellow as well. Got it from Diane. There's that little pocket with a tag. Another tag, the last one. And there's that pocket. And the little girl in there sewing her doll dress. A doll blanket, it looks like. And a couple of more tags. And that's the end. Here's this one's filled out. And a few final tags. And that's the book. So it's very chunky, and it tends to alligate it a little bit, but I don't think it will eventually. I'm not going to make any kind of a closure for it. I may make a tie with some lace. I'm not really sure. But it's chunky really because of all the tags. Before the tags, it was just a little bit like that. After the tags, it sort of exploded. So they could easily be removed. But I think if I weight it, it'll be smaller. So I'm going to take photographs today and get this listed in my Etsy shop. I'm real quite happy with how it turned out. So please like, comment, subscribe, come back, and we'll see you real soon.